Hello, Steve. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on the time it currently is. This is my video response to the video you sent to me, upload to the YouTube channel. First, I would like to respond to the thing you told me about doing video challenges. I think, honestly, the challenge idea is pretty cool. I really like the idea of doing a whole bunch of challenges, stuff that we either have to work on, stuff that, we could be trying to work together to achieve, and stuff we can be challenging each other to do. I think that idea is really cool. I'm currently learning how to use iMovie to create the videos that we're currently talking about. So one thing that I'm kind of learning about is how to put all this stuff together. I've kind of learned that you have to start the videos, jump start, move around, stuff. I've learned how to do some pretty cool stuff. Like I can just sort of hop myself around like this. Whoa! Which, as you can see, is accomplishing pretty much frivolous things that aren't really that important, but kind of fun to put together. The really useful thing I find with the iMovie one is that all the events, the videos I take just go to the same spot, so it should be pretty easy to put them together. Some other things that I'm really looking forward to is the ideas of things that we have to work together to achieve. In terms of group challenges, I like your idea of trying to pick up some things that we've done in the past, such as the bike trip that we never unfortunately finished, and I definitely agree we can get this thing done. I was thinking some other group challenges. We're gonna probably come up with a lot of them on the fly. Some of the things, for example, being separated in terms of geography has made it so that we're not really able to play any sort of games and stuff. I know we used to have board game nights, so I was thinking we could potentially have some sort of a game that we're playing, maybe something like chess, easy to play, where we are both sort of giving each other the next move at the next point in the video. So, for example, if we're playing a game of chess, like I might say, I'm moving this piece to this spot, and then in the next video, you'll have to respond to that move. I think what would kind of be cool about that is the fact that it makes playing a game possible over distances, but it also means that, for example, we need to be working together to make sure that that's actually working properly. Because imagine I'm saying a move verbally to you, so you would actually have to make sure you follow it through on your board. Because if we end up in different boards, we're actually all of a sudden playing a different game. So I thought that would be kind of cool. I'm also loving the idea of personal challenges. I know one of the problems I know of personal challenges a lot of the times is the fact that it's a personal challenge, so there's not really much accountability or like, this year I'm gonna do this or something, like all those New Year's resolutions we come up with. And the problem with them, of course, is the fact that we don't follow through because we have no one who actually is really caring other than ourselves. So then when we slip on it, we are the ones who are slipping, it's not the other person. So some things, for example, I usually want to do are things like getting back to running, it's pretty similar to friendship that you leave behind in college. A lot of times that's something you leave behind too, because when you start working all the time, it tends to get put on the back burner. That's something I've noticed with myself. Same with cooking, I find. I find cooking just falls on the back burner in terms of time efficiency. We can probably push each other just in terms of doing things that are going to better ourselves, and we can probably work together towards achieving those goals. I think it'll be very important for us to get a lot of the stuff, as you said, up and running so that we're ready to go for January 1st. I agree. A couple things that I think would be very important for us to change, for example, is, it's just as you saw at the beginning of this video, for example, it was like good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I feel like we need to establish a greeting that transcends the realm of being trapped in those ones. Says, I really don't know what time you're going to be watching this video. So perhaps, for example, I feel like one of my favorite greetings is the greeting Guten Tag. So maybe we should go with that one. That should be an idea. You can let me know how you feel about that. Also, with the idea of challenges, I feel like if we decide to go with anytime someone issues a challenge and you feel like you're willing to take on that challenge, because I feel like, if we're just sort of throwing challenges at each other, there should be some sort of say as to, do you actually want to do that challenge? So I feel like a good old fashioned challenge accepted will do. So as an example, you sort of talked about the idea of, science experiments, to which I would probably say, yeah, challenge accepted. Or more Stinson like, challenge accepted. Also, I'm not sure if the time limit is necessarily all that needed. I know you said 4 minutes to 5 minutes. That's a good recommended amount. I'm already noticing actually, content wise, it's not that hard to come up with content, especially because if you think about when we would hang out, we probably would go on talking for lengths of time. So, to be honest, I am actually not finding it very hard to find things to talk about. So, especially with all the challenges we might have going on, there might be stuff that we're constantly having to update each other on during that session. So, overall, I feel like there shouldn't really be a time limit per se, but more or less, as long as you're 3 to 4 or 5 minutes is probably going to be the usual time. I feel that's something from the Vlog Brothers that we can actually probably work around. We don't actually have to follow that one necessarily. I mean, I'm cool kind of following them, but as you can see from this video, I can I can talk. Anyways, I'll leave it at that for this moment. So I'm going to go now to the iMovie editing phase and see how smoothly that goes. So I'll have to update you on that either in a later video or via Facebook message to let you know if that went smoothly or not. I hope you enjoyed the view of Amsterdam behind me. It's a pretty nice window, of course. All right, till the next time.